Hello guys, Korubi-Kun here. How's it going? Today's video, I'm going to be talking about Japanese homestay. Let's get right into it. Last year in 2018, summertime, July, I went to Japan and I had to, since I was under 18, I had to stay with the homestay. I had no choice. Like, there was no choice in the matter. But I'm still glad I went with that option, even though I had no option to begin with. It was a really fun time, but my homestay experience was a little different, because I happened to have a little thing happen to me, which I'll mention later in the video. But let's get to my first impressions first. My first impressions on Japanese homestay. When I got there, I'm gonna skip ahead from the travel part. We're gonna go right to when I got to the station of Asagaya. I think that was the station. Asagaya? Is that a station? Pretty sure it's a station. I don't remember Japanese train stations that much anymore, guys. Asagaya, I would just say that's train station, right? I got off there and I had to walk over to the house. Before that, I had to meet the homestay mother. Yeah, I'm not sure. The person who owns the house, or apartment in this case. I had to meet her, and that was so awkward. I was like, oh, hi, thanks for you allowing me to stay with you in your house for this month. I decided to give my rough introductions with my name and stuff. And of course, I didn't know Japanese or anything at that point, which I was worried that they would know in English, which was going to be a problem, but in the end, the homestay mother knew English because she had multiple people stay with her beforehand before I came along. We're here with that now, and she was really nice. I'm not going to give her name because that's privacy issues. I'm not going to give her name, but she was a really nice person. She was great. She was very, very nice. I really loved her hospitality. She was, again, nice. She respected me. I felt that too. Everyone was so nice there. It was a very good experience. The house was good. The room was adequate. Again, I probably could have asked for a better bed because the bed was a bit hard, but honestly, I didn't mind it. But I did come home with a bad back, and when I sat in my bed, I just fucking sank. But anyways, we'll talk about that after. That was a really good time. I loved the bed. I got a good desk, a good extension cord for my chargers and stuff. I got all the space I need. Shower was good, and just everything I needed to live. And she even cooked me breakfast and dinner. Lunches were on me, but breakfast and dinner were great. And she's a good cook. I'm just gonna say that now. She's a really good cook, and it's true. They have rice with every meal. Apparently, I've always had rice with every meal. Anyways, she was a really nice person, and I loved the house. And how I mentioned before, I was staying in an apartment. And it was a surprisingly spacious apartment. I never really stayed in an apartment before in my life, so that was also interesting. And I was like, oh, this is an apartment, huh? It's bigger than I thought it was going to be honest. And it was really nice, okay? I keep saying it's nice, but it really was. I had so much fun. And I bonded with the people who were there. I mean, I'll share a picture on screen of me making takoyaki. That was a really fun time. And she even, it was really fun. She was really supportive, even though I fucking sucked at making takoyaki. She was so supportive of me doing that, and she helped me figure it out. And by the end of that experience, I knew how to cook it. I didn't make the batter and stuff, but I was able to know how to cook it. If I had the batter and stuff, I can probably cook it pretty easy at making perfect round balls, because they were easy to make. And takoyaki, again, one of my favorite food. All right, takoyaki's really good. Okay, it was awesome, and I love it. It's just one of my favorite foods in Japan. Even though I've only had it twice. Anyways, let's get down to the interesting part of this video, why I wanted to talk about it. So, when I said at the beginning of the video where my experience was a little different, well, that's because I stayed with not one, but two homestays. Not because it was bad or anything. Remember, I keep saying it was nice. She was nice before, and nothing bad happened. Well, I can't really say that. Okay, let's just get down to it. So, basically, in my room, the roof broke. Okay, the roof, the top of the roof in my bedroom broke, and there was a lot of water. There was a leak, and it got on my bed, it got on my clothes, it got on everything, okay? And it got on my charger, which the charger I have now at home. The host mother got it for me, and it was really nice. But in that case, there was only two options for me to stay after that. Since my room was fucking drenched, and again, I mentioned that apartment thing was a big deal because that was the only spare room there, okay? Nobody I had nowhere else to stay in that place, so that's just that. So it's either I go to a hotel for a week. I didn't have money for that, or I go with her friend's place. And I have social anxiety, so I was like, yeah, I'll rather the hotel, okay? But it wasn't up to me, though. It wasn't up to me, because, again, I wasn't 18 at the time. I wasn't allowed to make my own decisions. So what ended up happening was I went to the final option, which was go to one of you, to the Homestay's our friend's house. And honestly, that was also an experience. This house, it was actually a house time. It wasn't an apartment. It was a plain old house, and it was big, and it was cool. The stairs were kind of weird because it went up in kind of like a circle-ish motion. I don't know what I'm doing. It went up in a circle-ish motion, which was cool, very cool. Cool this is. I have no clue what I'm doing, but yeah, it was a really cool part. The stairs, but I didn't stay in a room. I could have just had the floor and a mattress type thing. I'm not sure what I'm pretty sure they call it a mattress or a little those skinny mattresses. I'm not even sure they're called. It wasn't a cot, but it was a skinny thing. I don't know. So I chose the latter option. Literally a ladder option, because I went to the attic, which went up there with the ladder. So yeah, I chose the attic option instead of going on the floor. All right, and honestly, I didn't mind that option at all. It was a cool attic. Besides that creepy looking doll that up there, it was so good. There was a creepy looking doll and right at the bottom of my bed, and I was like, oh, I don't like that ball being there, man. I really don't like that. I really don't. I don't. It's very, very scary when I turn the lights off, man, but it's okay. So after that, I had to stay there for about a week and a half, and I dealt with that doll. Okay. I didn't touch it because it's not my attic, right? I don't want to touch anything. When I go to people's houses, I am fucking the nicest guy on the fucking planet. I don't touch anything. In fact, I'm so hands-off-ish that I'm just yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna sit here and wait until someone else does something. And there's also one more thing, too. The host mother at that house didn't speak English. And it was such an awkward thing. So I had to do my best in Japanese to tell her what was up. But luckily, a few days after I came there, her grandson came from America, because he's fully Japanese, but he lives in America, and he knows Japanese well. He came over for the summer, which was great because I have my own little translator, and I was like, yes, okay, we're good. We got a translator in here. I can talk to him. He'll talk to her, and we're good. So those first 2 days were kind of awkward, but the little kid was there, and yeah, it was great. But I remember when I talked to the little kid, when I first met him, I was like, hey, kid. Every time I talk to a kid, I'm always like, hey, kid. And I tend to piss off a lot of kids because I don't say the name. Again, socially awkward. I have to fucking mention that all the time because I'm socially awkward, okay? But yeah, that experience was good. Again, very nice. The house is spacious, but I didn't spend much time in that house. I always made sure to leave because I don't want to inconvenience them. They can do what they want in their house and everything. There's also an awkward part too. They're really open. I met the little boy's family in America, and I was like, I didn't actually want to talk to them because, again, social anxiety. But since I was in my good boy attitude, I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'll do anything you ask me to do. So in the end, I talked to them because social anxiety. Doesn't make sense, but it also does make sense. Anyways, that's my homestay experience. It was very nice. I had a very fun time despite the leak in. After that, I went back to my first homestay house's place, the apartment, and I got to know around the area. And Minami Asagaya I forget the actual name, but the station close to it is Minami Asagaya. And that's where that around is. So that was like an easy place to be. I knew around the area for that. I knew where to go for the shops and what stores to go to. Go to where all the good convenience stores are. Lawson, 7-Eleven, Family Mart, just some around there. Walk around. It took me a while because I got lost. And actually, I have one more thing with the second house. The apartment building for house, went around. So yeah, the apartment building at that place, it was easy to find with the train station because it was just down the road and left. But with this place, with Hiroko's friend's place, it was a more difficult place. It was in the back streets, okay, the residential area where there's a lot of turns, a lot of turnouts, and a lot of places to go where I didn't know what the hell I'm doing. So I got lost a ton of times. Actually, one of my Japan vlogs, I think it was my first Akihabara vlog, when I recorded the beginning part of that, I was lost. I was walking around looking for where I was supposed to go. But yeah, anyways, guys, that's the last thing I wanted to say. Overall, I recommend you go on Japanese homestay because it's a very fun experience. You get to connect with a lot of different people and a lot of different people that you get to become friends with and know in the future. Again, I loved staying there. It was a fun place to be. I loved my Japanese homestay experience. And if you ever go on like a Japanese language school thing, I just recommend you try homestay because it's going to be a lot funner. You get to learn more Japanese, connect to other people, just be more friendly, and maybe become more open too. Of course, it didn't happen to me, but I still talked to the host mother a lot because she was very nice. And yeah, it made me feel at home in Japan, which is arguably a bad thing for me. Anyways, guys, that's all I have to say. This video is 13 minutes long. You just heard me ramble about my homestay experience. But if this got you in any way excited for homestay, because again, if you're going on it, it's gonna be a fun time. Japanese people tend to be really nice, and I might talk about that in the future. But yeah, this homestay video was really long, and I really loved my time with Japanese homestay, and I can't recommend it enough. So if you're gonna choose a way to live in Japan, I think you should go homestay. I can't recommend it anymore. Like, you have to, if you're gonna go to Japan, just go to homestay or like dorm if you want to live with other people when they're on there. But again, I really do think homestay is the best option. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified for future uploads. See you guys next time, and I'll see you guys later in the next video for Japanese language school. Done.